Welcome, friends. This is Under the Arc Sports. I'm Eric, and today we are going to preview Mizzou's matchup in the NCAA Tournament against the Oklahoma Sooners. Before we begin, make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel and find us on Facebook and Instagram. So, Mizzou is back in the NCAA Tournament for the second time in 4 years under Cuonzo Martin. They are the 9 seed in the West region. That's a bit of a shocker to, I think, everybody. And, they're playing Oklahoma. Coming into the tournament, Mizzou is on DraftKings listed as plus 7,000 to win the NCAA tournament, ranking the odds that is right at 32nd, so pretty much in line with their seeding, pretty much, to win the NCAA tournament. They're a 2-point underdog to Oklahoma. That I think it's fair to have that line. It's going to be a tight game. Taking a look at Missouri, having lost 6 out of 9, stumbling their way through the final part of the season. Jeremiah Tillman has been struggling. He hasn't played horribly, but he's played worse than early in the season. Foul trouble was just not a thing for most of this season, but the last 4 or 5 games, it has become more of an issue. That has to change immediately if Mizzou's going to do anything in the tournament. Xavier Pinson, he has been hit or miss most of the season. We saw a unique kind of situation for Pinson in the Arkansas game in the SEC tournament, where Pinson was engaged and active, but he couldn't get shots to fall. He was driving the lane, and instead of getting fouled, getting a layup, or dishing it to Tillman for a dunk or something of that nature, he'd go up and his shot would get altered, or it'd get blocked, or he'd get hacked and they didn't call it a lot. While it's good to see Pinson engaged, it's got to result in something. If nothing else, free throws. So those are I think are the 2 biggest keys for Mizzou, is Pinson being effectively engaged and Tillman just shaking off whatever's going on, because Mizzou has to play pretty close to its A game, I think. You look at Oklahoma, the clear leader is Austin Reeves. He is the leader in points per game, rebounds per game, and assists per game for Oklahoma. The 6'5" guard, he's a senior. He is that leading, stabilizing presence for Oklahoma. He is the guy for them. So I would imagine you'll see a lot of Drew Smith guarding him. All SEC defender, trying to. I don't think you shut Austin Reeves down, but if you can keep him to, if you can keep him to 10 points, 2-3 rebounds, and assist, something like that, Mizzou's chances of winning the game go up dramatically. Looking at the rest of the team for Oklahoma, Devion Harmon, second leading scorer, 12.9 per game. He is out due to COVID protocols. He will not play against Missouri. If Oklahoma were to win, he would not play against Gonzaga, assuming Gonzaga wins. That's a big loss. Harmon was one of 3 Sooners to play in every game they had. He started 23 of the 25 games, played in all 25. So that's a big loss. Taking a look at the rest of the roster, down low, Oklahoma's going to be led by Brady Manick, averaged 10.8 points per game. He's steady. He's effective. Tillman has to be aggressive without getting himself in foul trouble. Going back outside for Oklahoma, there's really one guy who is kind of the sharpshooter for Oklahoma, and that is Umoja Gibson. I think I pronounced that right. I'm not really sure. He shot 41.5% from 3 this season. So if he gets an open look from beyond the arc, look out. That will be important to make sure he is covered, and just don't lose him. If he's gonna If he's going to shoot it from the half-court logo and with hands in the face, that's one thing. But you can't let him get lost on a screen or just, switch to where, where Mitchell Smith or Jeremiah Tillman is out there trying to guard him. You can't have situations like that or you're going to get burned. As for results in this game, I filled out brackets yesterday and I picked Missouri to win. When I first saw the game, I thought, I think Mizzou's in trouble. So I've gone back and forth. I'm going back again. I'm going to pick Oklahoma to win by about 7 or 8 points. I think it'll be about a 2-possession game most of the way, and then it'll get stretched out by free throws at the end. As for my Final Four, I've got, almost chalk. I've got Gonzaga and Michigan in one semifinal, and Ohio State and Illinois in the other semifinal. I feel dirty picking 3 Big Ten teams to make it to the Final Four, but it's just what I think is going to happen. I've got Gonzaga and Illinois in the national championship game, and I've got Gonzaga. I think they're going to be the first undefeated team since, the 1976 Indiana Hoosiers. That was the last undefeated team. I think the Zags are going to do it. Now we're going to take a look at David's picks. He's not able to be with us today. He is working. Yeah, we have jobs outside of this. We're not professionals. He's going to pick Mizzou to beat Oklahoma and advance to the round of 32 against Gonzaga, probably. He's got them by 5 over the Sooners. And as far as his Final Four, he is going to pick Iowa and Texas in one semifinal, West Virginia and Ohio State in the other. So he's going to have a final of Texas versus Ohio State. That sounds heinous, but that's his pick. And he has Ohio State winning the Natty. It's a bit more interesting than mine. I had 3 1 seeds to the Final Four and a pair of 1s in the title game. He's got a 2, a 3, a 2, and a 3. So, yeah, that's a little curious. None of the 1 seeds making it. That'd be a little more fun of a tournament, I think. What do y'all think? Leave some comments. Do you think Mizzou makes a run? Pulls off a miracle against Gonzaga? Let us know. Thanks for checking out this video, and we hope to see you next time.